His son is mentioned in the suit. Podcasters by name are mentioned in the suit. Reactors are mentioned in the suit. Bloggers and media outlets are mentioned in the suit, all the way up to like Joe Rogan, um, TikTokers and streaming numbers. And when you talk about this 81 page lawsuit and how much they put in it, it's wild, y'all. It is wild. And listen, I know this is the third stream of the day. The first one was reacting to the first suit getting dropped, or pre-action suit getting dropped. The second one, we came back when we found out that he filed a federal suit today, and now we got the paperwork. So buckle up, everybody. This might be a long stream. There's a lot that we're gonna read out in this paperwork. As you see up here on the screen, I'm gonna start with just the two exhibits that's filed separately, or I should say, they're separate from the paperwork, even though there are a lot of pictures and exhibits within the paperwork that y'all are gonna see. But let's take a look real quick. So this first exhibit A, this is wild, B. It's the Not Like Us lyrics. And when you get to the full paperwork, y'all, and we see how they actually interpret every line of the Not Like Us lyrics, it's a wild read, people. It is a wild read. But to see Kendrick's Not Like Us full song, word for word, letter for letter, right there as exhibit A, we are farly removed from OJ's glove, people. This is the Not Like Us lyrics is on the table, y'all. Exhibit A. Can't make this shit up. All right. Next exhibit that I see separately from the full page paperwork. Exhibit B. Exhibit B is laying out TikToks all the way down to their links. Like somebody did a lot of homework. Or this was all just getting gathered and collected for quite some time. This could be months and months of data mining, right? Months and months of collecting data, putting everything. And when we get to the paperwork in a second, you guys are going to see like somebody did a lot of collection, a ton of collection. But exhibit B are links to TikToks, and it's showing the view count, and it's starting from greatest to smallest. And if you go to the top, this top TikTok link, I assume this is like a Not Like Us or something that would be considered defamatory towards Drake. 136.5 million views. Next after that, down to 49.6 million, 46 million, 36 million. And look at this. It's just a data collection just of huge TikToks. Look at this. How many billions of views is this when you add all this up? Look at all these pages of TikToks in Exhibit B. TikToks. It's a lot of views. Not like the only numbers that we be talking about is like Spotify numbers and YouTube numbers. Like somebody adding all this, and this is just them trying to use 6 pages of the big stuff. Just even all the small stuff, it adds up to 100,000 here, 200,000 here. They stopped with the smallest one being 751,000, all the way up to 136.5 million views. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Like I said, buckle up, people, because it's a very, very lengthy paperwork read. I'm gonna do my best to skip around a little bit, but because it's 81 pages and there's so much going on here, I'm gonna try my best to not miss anything that I feel is important. So, all right, y'all, let's do it. What do we got here? Filed today. Aubrey Drake Graham, plaintiff versus UMG Recordings Incorporated, defendant. Woo! All right. Civil action. Jury trial demanded. Jury trial demanded. Okay. Civil. Complaint. Plaintiff Audrey Drake Graham, Drake or plaintiff, through his attorneys, bring this complaint against defendant UMG Recordings Incorporated, defendant or UMG. Introduction. A single lie can destroy a reputation of integrity, and while it takes you years to build a reputation, it can be ruined in 5 minutes. That quote is taken from Sir Lucian Grange, Chief Executive Officer of UMG, March 25, 2024. They started the filing by taking a bar, aka a quote from Lucian. Wow, the chief, the CEO of UMG. So they're trying to say, like, hopefully when you guys read this, you apply Lucian's words as well here. That shit is nuts. They started it with a bar, B. All right. I mean, Drake is a rapper. So, number one, in the middle of the night on May 7, 2024, an armed group of assailants drove up to the Toronto house in which Drake and his family resided. Drake was inside. The car stopped in front of the residence. Someone yelled, F Drake, and at least one gunman began to open fire. One bullet went through the security gate and hit Drake's front door. Another bullet struck and wounded a security guard, who was also one of Drake's friends. While the car drove away, Drake and others in the house summoned help for the security guard and did everything possible to keep him alive. During the nearly 30 minutes it took for an ambulance to arrive, Drake and others labored to keep the man alive by applying pressure to the gunshot wound with towels. Blood was everywhere. That's number one. Wow. Talk about revelations. Drake is confirming he was there when the guard was shot, and him and friends were sitting there trying to keep this man alive, holding, probably putting their hands in shirts and towels over his bloody wounds to apply pressure. They paint it like a movie scene. Number one, right there. And I mean, no disrespect, getting wounded, getting shot, is very, very serious. So I have nothing sarcastic or anything like that to say about that. But for them to start this lawsuit with the quote taken from the CEO of UMG, and then coming into the night where the security guard was shot, you see where they're going. They are opening this thing up, guns blazing. No pun intended. I didn't mean that as a bar at all. They are opening this shit up like we are laying groundwork to show the severity of how this Not Like Us song hurt us. Literally hurt us. That's why I said my friend, not just security guard, but Drake's friend. That's the key there. Wow. Okay. Number two. After the security guard arrived at the hospital, surgeons worked quickly to remove the bullet, stop the bleeding, and save his life. Though it took days for his condition to stabilize, thankfully, the security guard survived. Thankfully, he did. Wow, that's number two. Number three, the very next day, May 8th, 2024, a different intruder used his bare hands to dig a hole under the security fence surrounding Drake's Toronto house. He managed to dig deep enough to squeeze through and enter Drake's property. Fortunately, Drake's home security guards caught him before he was able to cause any physical harm, although the trespasser managed to yell racist slurs and threats against Drake before he was being escorted off of the property. Okay. Somebody dug a hole to fit underneath his gate and get on his property and start cursing people out. Fanatics and people going crazy behind this battle, possibly, allegedly. Okay, let's continue. Number four, on May 9th, 2024, the very next day, another break-in attempt happened. He's having a rough week here. Not even rough ain't the word. He's having a very bad week right here. Number five, in two decades leading up to May of 2024, although Drake was constantly in the public eye, nothing remotely like these events had ever happened to him or his family. But these events were not coincidental. They immediately followed and were approximately caused by UMG's actions leading up to and on May 4th, 2024. So the shooting, the break-in, the all this stuff happening within a span of a week at his crib, right there, clearly he's blaming UMG for it. Okay, let's continue. Number six, UMG is the world's largest music company and also the music company that has represented Drake for more than a decade. Yet on May 4th, 2024, UMG approved, published, and launched a campaign to create a viral hit out of a rap track that falsely accuses Drake of being a pedo and calls for violent retribution against him, even though UMG enriched itself and its stakeholders by exploiting Drake's music for years and knew that the salacious allegations against Drake were false. UMG chose to corporate greed over the safety and well-being of its artists. So, obviously, number 6 is summarizing the physical threats from the first 5. And it's saying, you guys played a direct part. And after all these years, me being as famous as I was, never having that type of shit. And then in the span of 1 week, somebody shot, somebody digging holes to get under my gate, another break-in attempt, this and that, racial slurs, all this happening at my crib. And it's all from you because of this song that you knowingly pushed. And you brought this violence on me. Okay. So this right. I mean, that to me is past defamation, people. Defamation to me is tarnishing one's image, one's brand, one's character, etc. What we just read clearly is also blaming, even though it's a defamation suit, is blaming UMG for physical violent acts that he's saying him and his family and his friends endured. Wow. I mean, can we stop and just say, hey, we this is a lot of paperwork that we're gonna try to get through. But sheesh, talk about starting on a real big note. This is haymakers all over the place as far as like just to see some of this behind the scenes and the actual paperwork now, people. Wow. In controversy, UMG saw an opportunity, seized it, and continued to fan the flames even after learning the incident to violence on May 7th and May 8th, along with unrelenting vitriol towards Drake that has followed. 7. The song in question is Not Like Us, the recording. Written and performed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Oh, y'all named Kendrick by name, huh? In the paperwork. Okay. Kendrick's name, you put him in there. Okay. Professionally known as Kendrick Lamar, the recording was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal pedo, and to suggest to the public that the public should resort to vigilante justice in response. Well, the word vigilante definitely wasn't used in the lyrics, but is it provoking vigilante response? Quick story, man. I don't got to rush because this is long paperwork anyway. I've seen something like that before because these celebrities are powerful and they can call on people that don't know them from a hole in the wall personally to do things for them, right? That was some of that was kind of depicted in The Dark Knight, right? The Joker was like, "Yo, I'm finna do this, and if y'all don't get at this person, you know what I'm saying?" And next thing you know, the whole city was trying to kill dude, right? And the Batman saved them and shit. Like that like art imitates life. I feel like celebrities do have that power. I'm not saying that that Not Like Us was written in a way to do that. To like, all right, everybody go break into Drake's crib and pull up and shoot up the front. I don't interpret that. Drake is saying that he lived through that for a week though. But I remember going to a concert one time on the island, Staten Island. Well, it wasn't a concert. It was actually Park Hill. Park Hill is one of the hoods, one of the neighborhoods in Staten Island, right? Park Hill is where a bunch of the Wu members is from. And I remember it was like a little scuffle that was breaking out. Park Hill Day. So some of the Wu members, they pulled up, they did like a little free give back little joint in the hood and dead in the middle of the hood. And some niggas was getting rowdy or something like that. And I think it was meth. This is long time ago. This is a very young me and a very young meth. So this is nowhere near what niggas would do today. Niggas is way past. This is over 20 years ago. I remember niggas is acting up in the crowd. And nigga meth just called out to the crowd. He was like, "Yo, put his jaw on the floor." He just said it a couple of times, and niggas just took that like a like a marching instruction, just like bet, and everybody just turned on dude and start wilding on him. You know what I'm saying? Like celebrities do have that power. They do it. Like how many times have we seen footage of celebrities in the middle of a show and they cut the music? I'm like, yo, whoever just threw that up here, whoever just threw that on the stage or something like that happens, right? And the crowd will turn on that person, be like, yo, you fucking up my show. They'll fuck you up. And let alone if an artist calls for it, like, yo, whoever did it, get him. Like, you're supposed to call for the security to do it. You know, these rappers got to be careful. Like, liability is that much more sensitive these days. You'll get your ass in trouble quick. Who mad people got in trouble? People, somebody was it Ply? Somebody kicked somebody in the face before, and niggas are getting in trouble real quick these days. But point being, um, it's not unfathomable that a celebrity can invoke violence through his lyrics and inspire random fans, fanatics, and stands and all types of people. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick don't know the people that vandalized Drake's store. I don't believe that, but niggas did it. It's just hype off of the song. Y'all not like us. Spray it on it. You know what I'm saying? But this is wild how it's getting laid out in this paperwork. All right, let's continue. Where was we? The recording is defamatory because its lyrics, its album image, the image, and its music video, the video, all advance the false and malicious narrative that Drake is a pedo. The lyrics repeatedly accuse Drake of engaging in criminal acts, including by calling him a certified pedo and a predator who needs to be placed on neighborhood watch. Those are the lyrics. The image was designed to reinforce and, in fact, reinforces the accusation by depicting Drake's actual Toronto house, covered in the icons that are known to be used for law enforcement as well as public safety applications like Citizen to identify child sex offenders, residences online. The video bolsters the same message by, for example, showing images associated with sex trafficking, and the containers, yeah. The game of hopscotch that he played, fucking Kendrick, with the lyrics accusing Drake of trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. You're reading the lyrics getting molded into the actual accusations is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it's bugged out how they just like put the lyrics in like so normal, like. Got me up here reading it on some legal shit when I want to be singing it on some rapping shit. This shit is crazy, B. All right, number 8. The lawsuit is not about the artist who created Not Like Us. All right, so right there, he's trying to make it extremely clear. This ain't about Kendrick. I don't know how it's not. You already named him in here by his government, and he's the one that wrote the fucking song. He's the one that did the whatever. But it is instead entirely about UMG. Well, at least he's trying to make that clear here. Okay. The music company that decided to publish, promote, exploit, and monetize allegations that it understood were not only false, but dangerous. So I hear you when you're saying that this is 100% about UMG and not about Kendrick. But the same thing, when you say the company decided to publish, well, so did Kendrick. Promote, well, so did Kendrick. Like even his tweet about it, right? That probably did God knows how many retweets and all that type of shit. Just that one tweet. Exploit, well, so did Kendrick. Monetize, they both made millions off of the battle, including Kendrick. That understood were not only false, but dangerous. Well, if UMG understood that, Kendrick damn sure understood it. He wrote it. But it's not about Kendrick. I get it. You want UMG, at least, is what you're claiming here. Okay, cool. As UMG knows and has known at all relevant times, the recording, image, and video allegations are unequivocally false. False. How is it unequivocally false? How do you know that? How does UMG know that? Was UMG there every time you had a lady over the crib, or you was hanging around a girl or something like that? Like, how does UMG know that? They're not walking around with you 24/7. Like UMG knows your sex life. No, they don't. They might hear about some of the public shit that the rest of the world sees, like, oh, he's dating this person, or he hung out with this girl, like whatever. But nobody knows all the people that you're taking down, Drake. How the fuck does UMG know that? Whatever. Drake is not a pedo. Drake has never engaged in any acts that would require he be placed on neighborhood watch. Once again, the quoting of the lyrics is hilarious. Drake has never engaged in sexual relations with a minor. Drake has never been charged with or convicted of any criminal acts whatsoever. Okay. 9. Notwithstanding its knowledge that the allegations are fabricated, starting in May of 2024, UMG waged an unrelenting campaign to spread the recording, image, and video together, the defamatory material, as widely as possible. UMG did so because it understood that the recording's inflammatory and shocking allegations were a gold mine. Spreading the defamatory material served multiple business purposes for UMG. First, the more people who listened and streamed, watched, and downloaded the defamatory material, the more money UMG and its executives would make. Why the fuck up the word executives? Second, UMG's Interscope Records, Interscope, owns Lamar's entire back catalog of recorded music. Okay. The leadership of Interscope had every incentive to prove it could maximize Lamar's sales after only recently persuading him to enter into his own direct license for a limited recording commitment of new music. Okay. Third, in contrast with Lamar's first direct deal, UMG's contract with Drake was nearing fulfillment. And on information and belief, UMG anticipated that extending Drake's contract would be costly. By devaluing Drake's music and brand, UMG would gain leverage to force Drake to sign a new deal on terms more favorable to UMG. Now, we discussed that conspiracy in the prior stream. Is it possible? Maybe. I'm not crazy sold on that, but I'm not going to be naive and say that it's impossible. How about that? That's the best way I could say it. But the whole thing about devaluing Drake prior to negotiations, or so that you can get a better negotiation, the sticking point for me there is just that if this is all conspired, like that's not devaluing to me. That's pretty much almost ending Drake as far as what the fans looked at him at. Like you would be killing his entire character. And what if the same way with Diddy, or the same thing with Jay-Z or Tony Busby and a 1-800 hotline, what if Kendrick Lamar's song inspired some random girls, whether they were lying or not, to just come out and start filing civil suits on Drake? Hey, he did this to me. Or, hey, he did this to me. Like in the midst of this, how do you it's not like you could say not like us, especially if they're going full throttle with it the way that Drake is claiming that they are. We're going to do enough just to damage him worth $100 million of negotiation. He's going to take 400 million. Like, how do you scale it? How does UMG scale it? Because the only scale that I'm going off of is based on the actual effects. And the actual effect to me doesn't say, hey, I was just trying to get a better negotiation, right? You know how you know what a better negotiation to me sounds like? A better negotiation to me sounds like, all right, I'm trying to make $1 million by the end of the week, right? And I got these diamonds for sale. So I go to a fence and I'm like, yo, I got these diamonds. And I put 9 diamonds on the table. And he said, look, you know, if I got 15 diamonds, not this 9, I got 15. Same size, same clarity, same grade. This $1 million is yours. That I could work with, right? That's to me like a negotiation, like and that's like the type of value where we're talking about going from the top guy to people. Half the hip hop world don't fuck with you anymore. Don't want to hear shit from. They turned on you. They're disgusted with you. Like, so what type of negotiation here are we talking about? Like, how do you devalue somebody on a scale that's controlled without understanding how the public will respond to allegations such as being a pedo? And you can't control the outlier stuff. For example, once again, if like somebody comes out with civil suits and shit, you can't control that. So I don't know. That makes it real weird to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. 10. UMG's campaign was successful. The recording cloaks cleverly dangerous lyrics behind a catchy beat and an inviting hook. At least you're giving props to the construction of the track. Capitalizing on those attributes, UMG used every tool at its disposal to ensure that the world would hear that Drake like 'em young. Then once again, putting the lyrics in here is crazy. And to build up that part right there to that particular lyric is hilarious. Capitalizing on those attributes, UMG used every tool at its disposal to ensure that the world would hear that Drake likes him young. The defamatory material has been played billions of times, and its full central message has gone viral via social and legacy media channels in dozens of languages, at a minimum hundreds of millions of people spanning the globe. Hey, is it the biggest song ever as per reading shit like that? Shit. Kendrick is opening his mouth. Someone having a Grammy right now. You damn right he's gonna get a Grammy. I mean, reading shit like that, how could you deny it? It's the biggest song globally ever, damn near. Like, shit. It is not just fans of rap music who now believe that Drake is a certified pedo. The recording has become ambiguous. UMG used its promotional resources and exclusive licensing rights to place the recording on numerous nationally televised events, including but not limited to award shows, national political events, and more. National political events that UMG paid for is crazy. Hey, Trump, play this for me. Okay, 11. But billions of plays and ubiquity, I'm sorry, once again, were not enough for UMG. Over the course of the last several months, UMG has made significant financial investments and leveraged its professional connections via sophisticated and highly organized publicity campaigns to arrange for the recording to be performed at one of the most significant and viewed cultural events of the year, the Super Bowl. So there you have it. That's what we read on the TMZ article. 12. UMG is legally responsible for the release, publication, and promotion of the defamatory material, including the foreseeable consequences of the same. All right, all this stuff right here, I'm going to start to skip a little bit. I want to get back to pure defamation stuff. Hold on. What's this? Hold on. A memorandum to staff reflecting on highlights of 2021, Lucian remarked that it was harder than ever for artists to break through the noise, as, for example, 60,000 songs are added to Spotify every day. UMG made sure that Not Like Us broke through that noise. Oh, trying to use those type of words again. Come on, man. That I don't know if it's all right. I don't know about that one. For one, UMG took the unprecedented step, contrary to its internal practices, to remove the recording's copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch, thereby whitelisting and recording to ensure content creators would republish it broadly. On information and belief, UMG and its agents further put a thumb on the scale by covertly offering financial incentives to third parties to deceptively stream the recording on streaming platforms, to play the recording on radio, and to otherwise promote and endorse the defamatory material, all without ever publicly disclosing the payments. These actions not only spread and further ingrained the defamatory statements in the minds of the public, but deceive consumers and harm Drake economically. So this part of that is bullshit to me. The part of that that's bullshit is the whitelisting. So we spoke about that. People blogged about that. Some of your favorite reactors and some of the largest reactors on YouTube in the hip hop space. I was one of them. Not one of the largest, but meaning I was one of the people that thanked Kendrick and whoever over there, TD, whoever, for whitelisting Kendrick's song so that we can get paid for our work. We can get paid for our promotion. We can get paid for our content. You know what I'm saying? It's your song, but you know, we're here, we're putting in the time, we're putting in the effort, and some of us are trying to cook up some good content to entertain the fans, which turns into promotion for you. And the reason why that's bullshit is because if you go down the Sorry It's True podcast, this channel, you see I did a reaction to every song, every single one. I didn't get a red cent from the Drake ones, not a single red, and I knew that. And the same way, I didn't get a single red cent when I covered when I reacted to Eminem's Houdini single because I'm an Eminem fan, and I was like, oh shit, lead single for his album. I want to react to that with the fans, and I did, and it got copyright strikes or struck or whatever. Even when I did my GNX album reaction, I didn't make a dime off of that. And that's not even a live that I did. I sat there and I recorded my reaction, my genuine reaction to every song on the album. I sat there for the whole fucking album and did reaction to it. And then I edited it down to make it, shorter and more palatable to us on this channel. And I did all that knowing I'm not going to get a cent for this. This is a fucking album. You think I'm gonna sit up here and be able to play and get paid on YouTube for an album? Like hell no. But I did it. I did it for the channel. I did it for my followers. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't intending, and I will continue to do that. There'll just be certain songs or certain moments. If Kendrick drops, I'm telling you right now, if Kendrick drops GNX2 next week, I'm probably going to do something similar, whether I do it live or I edit it down to make it shorter and drop it. And I'm not going to make a cent off of it. And I'm going to know that. And I'm going to be totally fine with that. Not making a red penny off of this shit. So I didn't get a red cent for Family Matters or any of that type of shit, but we was up here rocking out. And I had a good time doing it. If I could do it all over, I'd do it again without knowing once again that I'm not going to get paid for some of that content. And it's cool. And a lot of reactors, hundreds or maybe thousands of reactors, thought the same or knew the same. But we was just enjoying that hip hop moment. So that's bullshit. We didn't even know that it was. We started hearing rumors like late in the game, like, yo, if you fucking just if you submit your shit for getting cleared, it's coming back clear. And then they started coming down the pipeline like, yo, Kendrick's side is clearing people. Like, are they allowing people that submit because it's going in, it's getting strike, and then you got to wait the period. And you might have missed some of that monetization and some of the heaviest views when the video was brand new. But while it's getting reviewed, days later might come back cleared. Like, oh shit. All right. Well, the tail end of this video, if the video does 20,000 views, maybe the last 3,000 of it I get paid for because they didn't clear it. Cool. Appreciate it. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? It came back later and struck all the shit. So what are we talking about? like that's bullshit. That's bullshit, Drake. But this is a lawsuit, so not everything is spot on or accurate or honest or truthful in lawsuits. Like that's how they go. Like he's got to paint his picture right now. So that's what he's doing. But there's certain things we got to call bullshit on. But he's painting this picture. I get it. All right. Let's continue down. Damn, number 15. UMG's greed yielded real-world consequences. As described above, it was just 3 days after UMG originally published the recording and image that Drake was targeted at his Toronto house by armed intruders in 2024, equivalent of Pizzagate. The online response was similarly violent and hateful. An avalanche of online hate speech has branded Drake as a sex offender and a pedo amongst whatever that word is. I don't know why I don't know that word. What is that? Whatever that is. Public commentary has repeated the false claims that Drake is a pedo and sexual abuser on the level of Weinstein, Diddy, and Epstein. He named Diddy in this shit on the level of. So he just convicted Diddy on the low. He said they called Drake a pedo and a sexual abuser on the level of Weinstein. Yeah, you definitely convicted Diddy in your paperwork of Weinstein, Diddy, and Epstein, who traffics children in shipping containers and harbors convicted sex offenders in his Toronto home. In direct response to UMG's publication, social media users called for the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, to come at this point and for Drake to be locked up and behind bars. Wow. Oh, what's this little exhibit in here? What's this? Number 16. The mob like response to the recording continues to unfold on and offline. Recently, flyers were plastered all over Toronto with a photo of Drake and a Canadian YouTuber who was sentenced to 3 years in prison for sexual assault with the words Canadian sex predators gotta stick together. Oh, shit. How come we never saw this? I never saw this on Instagram. I never saw this going around. Nothing. Wow. So we're saying that in Canada, in his home, his part of town, people are posting up physical flyers calling him a pedo next to somebody else who's actually serving 3 for some bullshit for a weird case. Yo. And they put that in the suit. They're saying, like, yo, look what this shit is doing to us. Yo, we said before, we said, I think I said a couple times being fair and being logical, like for us, it's all entertainment and battle. But be clear, people, Drake is highly affected. He's probably losing a lot of money. Look, even not even able to put out songs, his legacy, his brand, his image. You know, we see him walking around at these basketball games and whatnot. I think that's a mask, B. I think he just be getting out the house just to try to get out. Like, you know, cameras around, let me smile, let me try to continue life as public perception would perceive. That nigga's dying inside, B. Like, y'all don't fuck around and push this man to suicidal. Don't push this man. If we wait, God forbid, I'm dead serious. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't play with I don't believe in, you know, promoting for loss of life because life is precious. But I think that man is dying inside, B. Type of shit that's in this lawsuit. I'm not saying he needs to be on suicide watch or nothing, but his people need to be watching, checking in. If you close to Drake, tap in. He's already seems to be a very emotional guy. If you look how he's heartbroken over LeBron, is like, if you his friend, tap in, man. Call that man. Call it, yo, man, just checking up on you this Tuesday. All right, cool. Hey, man, I know it's 24 hours later on a Wednesday, but I'm just checking in with you again. You all right? Check in on that nigga, man, for real. Check in on him, man. Man might be in a dark place. Shit, Kendrick. All right, let's continue. I promise you, I've never seen that before until today. I'm surprised that didn't come across our desk before. I don't know if y'all seen it, but all right. 17. With the playable physical threat to Drake's safety and the bombardment of online harassment, Drake fears for the safety and security of himself, his family, and his friends. After the attack on his home, Drake pulled his son out of elementary school he attended in Toronto due to safety concerns. And once school ended for the summer, Drake arranged for his son and his mother to leave Toronto entirely. Day to day, Drake continues to take steps to address persistent threats to his security. Oh my, what? What? This online shit got Drake taking his son out of school? Word? I read that again. After the attacks on his home, Drake pulled his son out of elementary school he attended in Toronto due to safety concerns. And one school, no, I understand that. All right, you get your house shot up. Uh, he's there attending to the person that is shot in real time. They're helping to save his life. And whether at the same time or yes, I'm going to school, I'm grabbing my little one. I hear you. I respect that. I respect that. Nah, that makes sense because you don't know if you're under attack for real. Like all you know is that your house never got shot up before, and all of a sudden it did. And so, nah, that makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, people. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, you with me? You with me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, y'all with me. Y'all with me. Now, no bullshit. No bullshit, y'all. All bullshit aside. I see that. I see that. I see that. I'm chilling in my crib, minding my business. None of this shit never happened before. My crib gets shot up. One of my friends and my security guard gets shot in the chest. I think that it's all motivated behind this, not like us shit. My store gets vandalized. Hey, get over to school, blah, 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 blah. Go pick up my son real quick. Go call such and such. Yo, you all right? Everything good? My shit just got shot up. Yeah, grab your kid. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah. But damn, just to read that, it kind of bugged me out though, real quick. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you had to pull your kid out of school behind this shit. Drake arranged for his son and his mother to leave Toronto entirely. It says this shit got him out of Toronto, his family out of Toronto. Well, once again, if niggas is shooting up your crib where your son has actually laid his head a million nights before, then I'm not allowing my son and his mother to be targeted. And if I believe Toronto is a culprit of that, you know what they say? They say where you're from will kill you the fastest, right? You have Boosie's epic rant about leaving where you're from, right? Where you from will kill you the fastest. They know you the most. They grow the most envious. They watched you grow up. They knew you in school and all that type of shit. You get famous. Like it's not easy to stay where you from and where you grew up. People try to go back, whatever. Street say can't come back home. You know when I heard that when I was back home, even if there was $1 billion neighborhood in Marcy, Jay-Z shouldn't stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. But so he said they took them out. He took his family out of Toronto behind this shit. This is a lot that Drake has been going through that's in this lawsuit that we didn't know. It's heavy shit in this lawsuit, B. Nobody knew that he was there when the security guard got shot. Nobody knew that he was there helping apply pressure to the fucking bullet wound, try to help save his life. Nobody knew he had to snatch his kid out of school and take his son and his BM or his whatever and move them out of Toronto and shit. Like nobody knew this shit. I didn't know this shit. They damn sure put it in a suit though. Shit. All right. 18. The violence and vitriol directed at Drake was foreseeable. Was it? How is it foreseeable? The recording falsely accuses Drake of one of the most vile behaviors imaginable. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. One of the most vile behaviors imaginable and explicitly calls for retaliatory violence and retribution against him. The false pedo accusation is a devastatingly effective method of assassinating someone's character online. That is true. There's just certain things you put on somebody's jacket. It is character assassination. That is true, especially if it's proven to be true. Um, when spread virally, the accusation can destroy an individual's reputation and brand in matter of days. As one expert of conspiracy theories has explained, there always been a certain amount of salaciousness in the conspiracy theories. And if it involves children, people immediately just lose their mind, even if these children don't exist. If you just put out the suggestion there, it grabs a hold in a way that is difficult to dislodge, especially if you're surrounded by a bunch of Jaguar rights and shit, right? But okay. 19. UMG understands just how dangerous these kinds of false allegations are indeed. When it comes to allegations against UMG and its executives, they have not hesitated to take legal action against their accusers. Wait, what? Wait, what? 19. No, read that again. Wait, what? UMG understands just how dangerous these kinds of false allegations are indeed. when it comes to allegations against UMG and its executives, they have not hesitated to take legal action against their accusers. So people from UMG was accused of some of this type shit. Just last year, UMG and Sir Grange, which is Lucian, were accused, in their words, without the slightest factual basis, of aiding and abetting Sean P. Diddy Combs in criminal sexual acts. Moving to dismiss the complaint against them, UMG and Sir Grange argued that the accusations were offensively false allegations of criminal behavior that would be libious or whatever per se, if not contained within a legal filing. Sir Grange called the allegations against him knowingly and maliciously false and defamatory. Sir Grange also explained that a single lie can destroy a reputation of integrity, and while it takes years to rebuild a reputation, it can be ruined in 5 minutes. Oh shit. Okay, so Drake is purely in his rap bag. Him and his lawyer sitting there, and they're writing their bars for real. They're writing their rounds for real. They started this whole lawsuit paperwork with that bar, and here it is coming to it later on. Here's it drawing it the complete circle to it now. I put it this way: the first time I heard the name Lucian was when Kanye West did that interview and he said Drake got a rich baby daddy by the name of Lucian. I never heard no name Lucian before. I didn't know who owned UMG. I didn't care. I never paid attention to that type of stuff prior, right? It's damn near my job these days to start learning more and more of this shit as we're all up here building about this stuff, right? But if I heard Lucian Grange's name or Mr. Grange's name next to Diddy, and I didn't catch on, it was probably before when we started talking more about UMG and Drake and the beef started and Kanye West said, you know, Lucian is Drake's baby daddy and this that type of stuff. But I didn't, so Lucian was accused alongside Diddy? Wow. Wow. So Drake is over there like, nigga, you went through this shit last year. Now you gonna let me sit here? What? Oh shit. Yo, this lawsuit got more shit being revealed than of any paperwork we've done thus far. Any paperwork that we've done thus far, it had a bunch of stuff that probably connected the dots for us, but Drake and his son, and he was there when the security guard got shot, and it was broken into again the same week, and the Grange that there's a lot of shit in here I'm seeing for the first time in this shit. This shit is these niggas wrote a movie, B. These niggas wrote a movie script, bars and everything, soundtrack. Thus, recognizing the false allegation against him might interfere with his efforts to lead an honorable personal and professional life, Sir Grange promised to pursue those who have made these outrageous allegations against him. In stark contrast, when Drake confronted UMG about its role in promoting allegations of sexual misconduct lacking the slightest factual basis about him, UMG refused to do anything to help. Now, there is a difference there. I'm not trying to say that any man wants to be accused of being a pedo, but the difference it makes it sound is that he was actually accused of this on some. See, that's one thing that's happening here that I don't know if I fully agree with. They're kind of aligning the music and like the real world situations, like let's say what Lucian went to, and they're making them like equal. I'm the guy that sat up here on this podcast a million times and say art imitates life. I get it, especially when I'm talking about movies. But so if I open up my newspaper one day and I see that Lucian got a civil suit against him or an accusation, him alongside Diddy for doing some sexual misconduct, that just doesn't interpret the same for me personally as cutting on a song and Kendrick raps A minor, like, because I know that one is a song in a form of battle rap meant to degrade the opponent, and the other one is some real shit that could get somebody really locked up or really on some like in court. Like, so they're not equal to me. And that's what they're doing here in this particular part of the suit. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really on board with that, how they're painting that. But once again, they're painting their picture. So they're putting up their plaintiff. So all right. Instead, UMG continued to republish and promote the defamatory material even after Drake had unequivocally denied the allegations in the public and had communicated that in private to UMG. Well, what do you expect in there? What do you so Kendrick got a song going. It's a song. It's a battle rap song. So what are you expecting? You're expecting to say everybody tied to this song halt because I'm saying that it's not true? Like, that doesn't happen in diss tracks. Like, that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like here's a here's a bad one. So what's some of the top ones to put on somebody's jacket when they say, like, you see how Drake and his lawyer laid out in here? There's certain things you could say that'll bring violence and vigilante work against you, or let's say actions against you, or ruin your reputation overnight. What are some of those things? Okay. So one of them we're going over here, and what Drake is trying to lay out is being called a pedo, right? Okay, what's another one? Um, being called a sexuality that you don't represent, right? Um, when I say gay, I mean that in no disrespect. I'm very, very careful. Today's world and internet and everything like that, right? But let's say you're a heterosexual man in certain communities. If you are a heterosexual man and people start calling you a homosexual man, that greatly alters your reputation in many communities. Okay. Damn, I said that politically correct as shit, didn't I? The other one, some of y'all got it up there, is snitch, right? You get to say punk or pussy or whatever, but snitch. You know who got called a snitch? 50 Cent. 50 Cent. By Ja Rule and everybody. They came with paperwork and all types of shit. 50 Cent claimed that it was doctored up paperwork and all this type of shit. And he did an order of protection when niggas got stabbed by, what was that, Cadillac Tile or whatever, right? Remember? And call a snitch. Remember 50 on his mixtape response? You motherfuckers, man. Oh, I'm gonna get you order protection from who? Who I need order protection? You mother. Remember that shit? Who remembers? Like, this is one of the biggest rappers of all time. 50 Cent is called a snitch. To this day, people will play with that shit. T.I., people will still play with him a little bit behind that snitch shit. You had to tell, yeah, silences and fully autos and all that. And, like, people will still play with T.I.'s name sometimes. He just went through that with who? Was it Boosie? Yeah, they just had a big fallout over that shit. T.I. told him pull up, let's do a paperwork party and all that shit. He's still fighting that shit 15 years later, T.I., 20 years later. People still play with his name. Right? Wow. Drake is just different though. He's like, nah, I'm on some more other shit, man. Y'all, that's y'all fault for not going to court. Y'all should have. That's what Drake is like. Drake is like, hey, y'all was defamed. Y'all should have went to court the same way I did. Fuck y'all. Get mines. Oh shit. Wow. That's why this is different. Like, look at like little historic hip hop moments like that I just remind us of. That's why this is so different to us. It's like, yo, we never seen this, B. We seen the opposite. We see niggas get called snitches and gay and pet all types of shit. And niggas clap back. You know who was called a pedo? I mean, he was nowhere near a big artist. What's his name? Dirty Reek or whatever. He was into it with Gilly. Remember that? Gilly did a DVD and they pulled up his paperwork on the screen. You know what dude did? He got back on camera and he was just going back and forth with Gilly for a while. Like, y'all remember that? Philly, what up? I've seen in hip hop people be called everything. So Drake is the first. He's the first, man. Like, all right. Let's get back to this paperwork. Shit. Many months prior to filing this litigation, Drake attempted to address these claims privately with UMG. So he's saying that he approached them. But what was he thinking? Hey man, y'all got stop promote. Like, what was he thinking? Well, maybe he was also thinking that I'm Drake, so they gotta protect me. If I tell him I got a problem, like damn, help a brother out. Drake believed, per Sir Grange, that UMG's leadership should be held accountable for the decisions we make and how we conduct ourselves. The UMG purports to care about threatening and abusive behavior. Indeed, UMG's code of conduct notes that harassment can take different forms, such as speech that is threatening or abusive, and come on, man, don't try to throw UMG's fucking HR policy back in their face. Now, I don't want to read that part. The fuck. 22. UMG's response to Drake was especially perverse, given that it is perfectly willing to sue to protect its own interests when it believes that doing so will protect its property. Sounds like a record label to me. Like, you want to be the one to act like they don't look at y'all like slaves? You want to be the first? Like, that's the problem, Drake. You think everybody's your fucking friend. Like, and you're the one that says, no friends in the industry, my brother's still my brothers. Man, you niggas ain't no kidding me. What? Make up your mind, nigga. The fuck? You the one out here tatting everybody. Shit. The fuck, man? Let alone the record. You better not have no fucking UMG tat that we don't know about. No. I could understand if you thought that LeBron was, or if you and LeBron were friends and he let you down. I understand that. I said the other day, I ain't gonna retract. But now we talk about Lucian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've never seen an interview for the man, so I don't got no read on his character or his personality. But damn, like, you just expect the world from everybody, don't you? Come on, Drake. Shit, we an hour in. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. With his own record label having waged campaign against him and refusing to address this as a business matter, Drake has been left with no choice but to seek legal redress against UMG. Okay. Notwithstanding the relationship spanning more than a decade. Okay. So at least right there, you start to feel like, God damn, like, do something for your boy. It's been 10 years. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how close Lucian and Drake is, so let me not speculate. All right, let's go. Parties. Plaintiff Aubrey Drake Graham, aka Drake, yada yada, defended UMG. Okay, we know that part. Publishing. Okay, yeah. All right, jurisdiction and venue. This court is a jurisdiction. Matter controversy exceeds 75,000, exclusive of interest and cause between citizens in different states. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff in here. If you look at my scroll bar, shit, I'm only 25% down. So hold on, there's a lot of crazy shit we still got to get to. Drake is intentionally recognized as a okay. What's this? Between 2010 and 2024, Drake released 8 studio albums with more than 170 million albums sold, including 244 million singles sold. Drake has had 13 number 1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Drake's success has been repeatedly celebrated by the music industry. So he's showing his accolades here to show, you know, how much he has to lose and how much he can be affected. Okay. Okay, okay. His brand, OVO. Okay. As a celebrity with global name recognition, Drake is regularly approached for collaborations. Okay. What are you about to say here? Nobody's gonna want to collaborate with me anymore. Drake became a global ambassador for Toronto's NBA team. It's showing who he is, how big of a deal he is, his accolades, OVO, who he signed, how many records he sold in this piece right here. And I understand why you put that in the suit, what he's worth and how much you have to lose and how much you can be damaged, right? Like you can't claim to have some big fallout behind Not Like Us if you ain't worth shit. So I guess part of this whole legal write-up is to show like, oh no, he's completely opposite from being worth shit. He's worth all of this. And this is why this is also a big deal. I get it. Okay. Now he goes into UMG. UMG is a music industry giant. Yeah, we know that. Okay, getting into all of UMG and who they are. A 360 deal is also no. Oh damn, 360 deals is coming up in here. They're not playing. I want to get down to when they're doing the lyrics though. UMG's size dwarves other music companies, and this size gives it an advantage. UMG has a physical presence in 200 geographic markets, which gives artists signed to UMG a critical edge, including you, a critical edge compared to peers at competing labels, as the company can amplify the local success of an artist from one region to the rest of the world. Okay. UMG and who they are. I get it. I get it. UMG's executives are handsomely compensated for exploiting artistic works. UMG reports that its executive compensation is driven by its transition to more performance based packages. So I assume that this was the part where they're getting into the streams. For example, an annual incentive or bonus of Interscope CEO John Janik is based 90% on the financial success of Interscope and only 10% on the financial success of UMG generally. Okay. UMG and Drake have a long partnership now. They went down explaining who Drake is, what his impact is. Then they went through UMG. Now this section here is laying out who they are together. Okay. Okay, okay. UMG has licensing and publishing rights over Kendrick Lamar's music. Okay, we have to also flush out Kendrick's role and how he aligns to UMG and all of this. Makes sense. Probably talking about Top Dog and all that stuff in here. Okay, we don't need to read all of that, but we get it. We see what they're doing here. UMG publishes the defamatory material. Okay, let's stop for a second. Let's read some of this. Let's stop for a second. Hold on. I don't want to skip through this. Skip past this. Might miss something. UMG publishes the defamatory material. A. UMG publishes the recording and begins to defame Drake. They're blaming him directly. Okay. Oh, we know that. On May 4th, 2024, pursuant to its publication and licensing rights, UMG published the recording for streaming on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Tidal, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, Napster. I don't even know what this is. Qbuzz? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Last fall, I don't even know what that is neither. And Deezer, and made the recording available for purchase on Apple Music and Amazon Music. Artists, man, wouldn't you love that? Wouldn't y'all artists in the world love for a company to be able to push a button and put your shit in all those places, man? God damn. God damn. When viewed on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, and Deezer, the recording includes the following language: exclusive license to Interscope Records, which is a division of UMG. So right there, they're trying to like they're just showing like, no, this you own this, you did this. Anytime we see this song somewhere, it's linked to you. Ain't no escaping this. Ain't no, I don't know them. That song ain't really mine. Right? I see what y'all are doing here. Okay. Wow. Since defendant's initial publication of the recording has been streamed globally more than 990 million times on Spotify alone as a date of filing. So imagine how many people can say they got a billion streams on Spotify total. makes me want to Google it. I ain't gonna Google it. How many people got a billion streams on Spotify in total, let alone one song? Shit. The recording repeatedly accuses Drake of engaging in, yeah, we read that already. We know about that piece. Okay. Within the first minute of the recording, identifies Drake by name and states Lamar has heard that Drake has a whatever word that is for underage women, a predilection actually for underage women. Say, Drake, I hear you like them young. Quoted. Yo, they're nuts, B. They are nuts. They are crazy. They are crazy. The next line is highly veiled, is a high wait, is a thinly veiled threat that Drake should be careful that he never ends up in prison, a place where child predators are notoriously the targets of violence. You better not ever go to cell block one. Yo, them putting the lyrics in here with definitions, with legal base right up to them is crazy. The recording continues to say that any woman who falls in love with Drake should be careful to hide her little sister from him. Quoting the lyrics is getting me, son. He's got me sick. Next, in a perverse reference to Drake's 2021 album Certified Lover Boy, then they put in quotes, Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pedophile, in a play on the dual meaning of minor, a person under the age of 18, and a musical scale. The recording says, all right, so you're teaching somebody how to punchline right there, I guess. Okay. The recording says that Drake is trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. Later in the recording, Lamar describes Drake as a Malibu's most wanted. The recording continues to say that Drake and the people in his circle need to be served with a subpoena because a predator moves in flocks and asserts that Drake's name got to be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. They are really quoting these lyrics up, man. Like the recording also repeatedly suggests that violence should be used against Drake because he is a pedo. Like the sound of someone being beaten up, the recording repeats wop 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 wop. Is that how I interpreted wop wop wop? I thought he was just on some fucking damn near Bay Area type shit right there. But anyway, and then says Lamar will fuck him up. Dot fuck him up. Later, the recording threatens that if Drake comes to Oakland, where Lamar grew up, he will not make it out alive. All right, well, you're gonna put in here as well that you was indirectly clowning when Rick Ross got punched in the face when he came to Canada. But anyway, I don't need to go there. Later, the recording threatens that if Drake comes to Oakland, where Lamar grew up, he will not make it out alive. I think that Oakland show gonna be your last stop. The recording makes makes clear that the justice will be served not through the legal system and or commentary on social media. Fuck a caption, but through physical violence, one action, no accident, and I'm hands on. He fuck around and get polished. And at the end of the recording, the lyrics threateningly repeat, "Hey, hey, hey, run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life." So they're just putting like, "Hey, that right there, run for your life. That's a threat." Kendrick, I didn't know you was this brutal, man. Damn, man. Damn, that you was a brutal dude, B. The recording contains numerous additional statements that imply the existing of evidence to support the allegations against Drake. The recording threatens that Lamar could reveal more secrets about Drake. Rabbit hole rabbit hole still gets deep. I can go further, I promise. And that the public will believe him. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey, Drake, they're not slow. Well, that line was more so an indication that Drake be really lying and shit, but and doing all types of manipulation. But the recording continues to make reference to several Drake songs, Family Matters and God's Plan, and accusing Drake of being a liar for denying allegations of criminality. The family matter and the truth of the matter is it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Yo, Did they really just try to make a point that yo, he's calling us a liar with this line right here? Yo, this is sick. This is sick. Oh my god, the recorder also makes a vulgar attack on Drake's brand OVO. What OVO for? The other vaginal option? Pussy. It said makes a vulgar attack. Yo, come on, Drake, and you come on with vulgar. Like Drake doesn't curse in his songs. Like they made a vulgar attack. Yo, this is wild, B. Oh shit. The recorder also makes a vulgar attack on Drake's brand, OVO. What OVO for? The other vaginal option? Pussy. And let me hear you say OVO. OVO. Say OVO. Anybody that's just listening on their earbuds and not watching the screen, I'm not singing the lyrics, people. I'm reading the fucking paperwork. I need a break. Hold on. Look at y'all in the chat. Look at this. Look at Ray. Ray said, "No way. I'm reading this for the first time too. You shit. I can't make this shit up. I need a break." Yo, y'all better chill with that vulgarity, dog. Vulgar lyrics, B. It's crazy. Put that right in the lawsuit, B. He was vulgar towards my company's name, OVO. The fuck? Oh shit. Further in the recording, reframe that Drake is not like us. The recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage, saying that Drake is not a colleague, but a fucking colonizer. Oh, we pulling race cards in here too? Not like us. He's attacking me for being Jewish. Are you trying to draw on like trying to put him in like Kanye's spot? Like, hey, people, he's being anti-Semitic. Like, is that what's going on here? Recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage. Really? Really? Because if you're going to claim all the way Jew now, shit on the Fighting Irish, you start looking at my father and trying to figure out if I'm that nigga. Nigga. I said that I hope you matter. If they're clear of them, if that, deal with it, dad. I gotta go back. The fuck? Don't be black when it's convenient, motherfucker. I don't like that. Don't do the racial card conveniently shit. I don't like if you black. Don't do that. I don't do that. Do I gotta explain what that is? Do I gotta explain what that is? Y'all know what I mean, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. As you already lost enough people. Don't. You got a black father, so you still got a lot of people that's gonna culturally say you one of us, but don't do that. What you just did right here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's daylight for anybody that's out the loop. I don't like that. That made me a little uncomfortable for a second. I ain't gonna lie. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. With recording, UMG also published an accompanying image on May 4th, 2024 to YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, yada, 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 yada. And look at that. Image, Google Images, image on Apple Music. So they're showing where the cover art on these platforms was continued to be advertised. Wow. So on Apple, okay, yeah, got the cover art. On Google, on Spotify, on Amazon Music. It's the cover art. Like, did that happen when Pusha put up the blackface? Why did you do this over the blackface? I guess it didn't hurt that much. Just takes the right one sometimes, huh? The image features an aerial view of Drake's Toronto home, includes identifying information regarding the location of the home, and is covered in the icons used by we know that, we read that already. As of the date filing, UMG's original publications of recording and image remain available on aforementioned platforms. They like, we're not taking that shit down. On information and belief, Sir Grange and Mr. Janik were involved in the initial publication of the recording and image. Separately, on information and belief, Monte and Avery Lippman, Republic CEO and president, respectively, failed to prevent the publication. Let me read that top sentence again, though. On information and belief. All right. So I don't know if you got a source or if you heard or you got a text or something, but on information and belief. That sounds like some little side. I got a screenshot or something, but on information and belief, Sir Grange and Mr. Janik were involved in the initial publication of the recording and image. Hmm. Somebody has gave Drake information or receipt or something that they're claiming that lets them believe possibly that the CEO of UMG was involved in the creation of the Not Like Us cover art. I mean, if that was anything remotely true, then that would be like the DM that he had leaked the other day, right? Like it's like Nike endorsing LeBron and saying that he's cheating on his wife. Like, I guess that's where he got that bar from. But damn, like, talk about staying in your lane, right? Is that true, Lucian? You got anything to do with the cover art? All right. The defamatory material is false. The allegations against Drake are unequivocally false. Let me ask y'all a quick question. I was under the impression that Kendrick was weighing heavy on Baca with the pins on the house, as well as the pedal, and like, of course, it was there before Kendrick. That's why Drake tried to get in front of that bullet and said Joe Budden said this before on his podcast and all that type of shit. Like that angle was there before Kendrick. The documentaries were there before Kendrick. It was talked about on talk shows before Kendrick. Okay, the pedal stuff on Drake. It was there before. Okay, that is a fact, 1000% fact. But I thought that, like, even it being more than one pin was trying to say like OVO as a camp because y'all are housing and because of I always thought it was the Baca is what gave Kendrick the real ammo to go that direction with the cover art and even the angle. That's what I thought that he was weighing on. And I don't feel like pulling that case up right now, but once again, if that's what he was locked up for, Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Right? Then doesn't it justify the cover art selection? Like, is Baca registered? Is he a registered sex offender? Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Does anybody know in the chat? Is Baca a registered offender? Chat. Yeah. I thought that that's what it was meant to do. Right? Chat. Yes. Okay. So R. Rosen says, yes, he is. Melly, our mod and our member, says yes. She says, I think so. Living at Drake's house or not, I mean, there's still some irony to the cover art. You know, it doesn't have to live there, take up residence, like as if the address is on his license and shit. But like, what if Drake vouched for Baca's release? Like, cause you know how sometimes you need people to vouch for you or to put up money for you or to say like this is residence for you, whatever. Like what I don't, the Baca thing, I thought gave the credibility or compounded the pedal allegations and the cover art. I always thought it was about Baca, not necessarily just Drake. That's what I thought that Kendrick was leaning on a lot. Allegedly, yes. Yup, it's saying. Does Canada have a registry yet? Y'all are saying y'all believe that Baca is a registered offender? That allegedly, yeah, of course, always for me. Never claimed him to begin with. The lyrics are about Baca. Hey Drake, I hear you like y'all are stupid. He got a weird kid. Listen, I know the lyrics, y'all, but hold on. Baca. I don't think I got any Toronto people in here that know 100% sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't got to be from Toronto, but Baca pled out. Okay, but when you plead out, you're accepting guilt on on some charges, right? So what did he accept? I might declare it a holiday when Baca comes home. Drake, yeah. So the affiliation between Baca and Drake is well known. Like he rapped about him and all that. But Baca's situation is Baca had a sex trafficking case he was in for. Yeah, that's what I remember reading. Yeah. So doesn't that give I don't want to say validity because maybe that's the wrong word. But doesn't that give the traction and because in battle rap, you know, you could take one thing and then expound it, right? Um, I saw this guy. I saw a picture of my opponent, and there was a hole in his t-shirt. In the battle, I expound that. I turn that to the whole angle of you being broke and homeless and all. You get it? You expound it, but there's some truth and some relevance in the root of the angle. That's battle rap. So Baca, look at this. He pled guilty, and Baca, aka Travis, etc., is registered. Oh, Re okay. I mean, if that's true, R. Rosen, then that loans to the alleged, for lack of better words, semi-credibility of the cover art and the angle. Because that's how as you see, that's why I started this little quick question, like, I always thought it was tied to Baca as well. Wasn't just, "Hey, I just feel like just putting these pins on Drake's crib just for Drake." It was tied to Baca too, like, Baca weird case, like anyway, alright, let's continue. I'm a little about that. All right. Drake publicity or publicly denies. Okay. Yeah, I know. On the Heart Parks. They brought the Heart Park sisters up to talk about when he denied it. I mean, from the course of how you get here, legally, I guess it's still relevant to lay that type of stuff out. But geez, for us to read it like on May 5th, 2024, just a day after UMG published the recording, an image Drake denied all of the allegations in a song called The Hard Part 6. Drake explained that he has never been with no one underage and that his name is not on the sex offender list, as if he did that to legally clear his name or from a suit standpoint. No, he was still battling at that point. Like, oh man. Drake is the target of violence almost immediately within days after UMG's initial publication of the recording and image, which depicted the location of Drake's residence in Toronto, accused him of being a criminal pedo and called for violence against him. Multiple strangers, including at least one armed with a deadly weapon, targeted Drake. All right, so this is the shooting, 2 a.m. Okay. The news quickly jumped on the story and the violent attack against Drake, with all the major news outlets publishing it. Okay, we're back to that again. Also, on May 7, 2024, across the globe in London, UK, Drake's OVO clothing store was vandalized with graffiti that read, "They not like us." The graffiti was likely viewed by hundreds of Carnaby Street passerby before the glass window could be removed, and millions online once the news broke. So was that a way of saying that everybody had a chance to see this before we were able to replace it? Millions of people. You adding up the viewership of that too? Man, this is just a lot, B. On May 9th, this is the other trespasser in Drake's Toronto property. This time, trespasser got into a physical altercation with Drake's security guard before being taken away by police. The individual returned to Drake's property on May 11th, 2024. Ugh. That's when he talks about when he pulled his son out of school. Damn. UMG continues to defame Drake by publishing the Not Like Us music videos. More accounts of this. Oh, what's this? And he's damn near an exhibit within the full write-up. UMG published the Not Like Us music video on YouTube and users of Apple Music and Tidal. So here they are here. They turned the captions on for this screenshot. Look at this. Look how fucking tactical and purposeful this is. They fucking paused it. You see the play button? They paused it on the part where it says certified lover boy, certified pedo, and turned the captions on. Oh my God. Oh, I guess that's being a good lawyer. Look, y'all see that? Well, some YouTube type shit. I guess that's being a good lawyer. Oh man, on YouTube, watermark for the Vivo LLC appears in the bottom right of the video. The YouTube caption for the video lists a Vivo LLC URL. Universal Music is a significant owner of the Vivo LLC. I never knew that. Every time I see these Vivo channels, that's all under the UMC or the UMC umbrella. I didn't know that. Okay. Which is a privately held American multinational music video hosting service. Universal Music uses Vivo to distribute video content to global platforms such as YouTube and major television networks. That makes sense to me because every time I see these artists with a Vivo channel, I guess that means that they're some way connected under UMG unless Vivo like approached by Vivo, but it's still linked in and owned by UMG, and they're running those YouTube channels for them. And I guess there's some type of service and promotion. Maybe it's promotion within itself based on the tactics that they use to draw traffic to those YouTube channels, as well as having Vivo in the channel name. I guess they look at that as almost like on being on Instagram and having a blue check, right? Like, oh, I'm an artist type of artist, like I'm a certified artist. So I never really understood that Vivo channel thing until just now. That's interesting. Okay. All right. The video depicts images bolstering the recordings, defamatory allegations, for example, the lyrics trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a mind. So now we're getting into the video. That's funny. Ah, I got a picture of the hopscotch joint. Yo, they are wildin'. I ain't gonna lie. They being thorough. They being real thorough with this. The video depicts images bolstering the recordings, defamatory allegations. For example, the lyrics trying to strike a chord is probably a minor are matched with an image of hopscotch, a popular playground game for children. The imagery reinforces the drawn out singing of the A minor lyric and the lie that Drake is a pedo. And look, they screenshot it again and put the caption on with the Vivo in the bottom corner. Once again, you see that? The Vivo channel, bottom corner of the video. See it right there? And they got the caption with crowd trying to strike a chord, and it's probably a minor. Yo, but tactically, I guess that's also smart because if you can't put video in your write-up, right? So you pause it there, you turn the captions on, and you don't need to hear the audio. I got the actual caption lyric there for you. So cool. I guess that's a lawyer tactic there, right? Makes sense. Captions. Interesting. Kendrick Lamar is depicted in front of shipping containers with air conditioning units inside. These images are associated with. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know about the air conditioning. Oh shit! I didn't know that. I never peeped the The air conditioning units inside the containers. I mean, I most of us already knew that what the containers represented, the trafficking, right? In this particular scene, Kendrick being Kendrick, right? But I never peeped here in the background the fucking the air conditioning units, because when you're trafficking people in these containers across seas and on these big uh uh freight ships or whatever, you know, what do you need? You need water, you need air, pretty much, to survive some of these trips. Air conditioning unit. I never saw that in the background. Kendrick, you are the devil, B. You and who? Dave Free, who directed this? Y'all are the devil, man. I never peeped the air conditioning units. That's wild. The video also includes allusions to Drake's OVO brand, which are represented by an owl in combination with the lyrics "Wop wop wop wop, that fuck 'em up." The video shows Lamar beating an owl-shaped pinata with a bat. During the scene, a caption appears at the bottom of the video and states, "Disclaimer: No OV hoes were harmed during the making of this video." Imagine your video just getting broken down like this in paperwork. Like, that's kind of scary. In its conclusion, the video depicts a prolonged shot of a live owl in a cage. The meaning is clear. Drake belongs behind bars. Or it doesn't have to be that clear. You could say it means that Kendrick got him in a cage, meaning you ain't gonna be able to do much after this rap battle, right? Doesn't have to mean jail, but for the sake of this, if I was his lawyer, I'd probably put the same shit. Defendant's initial publication of the video on YouTube has been viewed more than 206 million times as of the date of this filing. And as of the date of this filing, UMG's original publications of the video remain available on the aforementioned platforms. On information and belief, each of Sir Grange, Mr. Janik, Mr. Monte Lipman, and Mr. Avery Lipman played a key role in the initial publication of the video, either in directing or approving the publication and or failing to prevent its publication. Whew! UMG publish. Okay, so this is more of them. Those four people, I assume, publishing it were reasonably foreseeable to cause Drake harm. I wonder if they could show the type of harm early on. Would they, at this stage, try to show the harm that it's caused? Would they do that? I want to see that. UMG also knew or should have known that by publishing defamatory material, it was gambling with Drake's safety. Really? They should have known that? Okay. It's the record label's job to well, I'm not saying that they shouldn't care about your safety, but I don't know. This all seems weird at times. I ain't gonna lie. Critically, in addition to accusing Drake of being a criminal pedo, the defamatory material calls for violence. All right, you said that. And depicts his Toronto address. Incidents like 2016's Pizzagate show how accusing someone of being a pedo. Let me pull that up real quick. I don't know what that is. What's this Pizzagate? It's come up like 3 times, and they had a picture of it. That's the flyer that went around about it. Let's pull this up real quick, y'all. Let's pull it up. Tired of reading it and not knowing what the hell it is. Pizzagate. All right, y'all with me? There we go. Pizzagate. Pizzagate, a conspiracy theory. Pizzagate redirects here for the 2004 pizza throwing incident. See, Battle of the Buffet, Pizzagate for the bill, whatever, blah, 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 controversy. Save the Children redirects here for the charity. Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory that went viral during the 2016 United States presidential election cycle, falsely claiming that the New York City Police Department had discovered a pedo ring linked to members of the Democratic Party while searching through Anthony Weiner's emails. It has been extensively discredited by a wide range of organizations, including Washington D.C. police. In March 2016, a personal email account of John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign chair, was hacked in a spear phishing attack. WikiLeaks published His emails in November 2016, proponents of the Pizzagate conspiracy theory falsely claimed the emails contained coded messages that connected several high-ranking Democratic Party officials and U.S. restaurants with an alleged human trafficking of sex ring and child sex ring. One of the establishments allegedly involved was the Comet Ping Pong Pizzeria in Washington, D.C. Okay, we now know what Pizzagate is. So Pizzagate seems to not have been fully proven because they kept calling it a conspiracy there, right? Although it wasn't fully proven, it was linked to a Democratic parties and whatnot, and phishing attacks and emails that got hacked and saying that y'all was using pizza parlors and all types of stuff to hide and mask a child sex ring. Wow. So they're referencing Pizzagate here, saying UMG, y'all on some Pizzagate shit. All right. Now we know what Pizzagate is. All right, let's see what else we got. UMG engages in a publicity campaign to ensure maximum spread of the defamatory material. All right, do you got how they did it? I mean, I thought that that one was out the gate. This is defamatory, but I guess it's still all relevant. But UMG used social media to promote the defamatory material and market the recording's popularity to consumers. What's this right here? At the time of this filing, UMG has a social media following of approximately 2.221 million on YouTube, 983,000 on Instagram, 712,000 on Twitter, 624,000 on Facebook. And at the time of filing, Interscope has social media following of approximately 937,000 on YouTube, 756 on Instagram, 560,000 on Facebook. On June 9, 2024, Interscope reposted a tweet bragging that Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us becomes the fastest rap song to reach 300 million Spotify streams in only 35 days. The post features the image side by side with a photo of Kendrick Lamar. The post has approximately 604,000 views. So they got tweets in here. Okay. What's this right here? What's this post about? On June 20th, 2024, UMG posted a carousel of photos and videos to its official Instagram account. All right, they're promoting their artists, but of Lamar performing the recording at the Pop concert, during which the recording was played 5 times back to back to back. UMG captioned the post, "History was made." So what? Oh my God, they going in. I ain't gonna lie, they are snapping. Oh, really? And TikTok posted published a minor portion of the recording on Instagram. Oh my God. I'm talking about when they're posting on Twitter. You're going through their promotion of Not Like Us. Tweets, posts, Instagram. Okay, what's this right here? On May 4, 2024, Complex tweeted a photo of the image and described it for what it was. The cover for Not Like Us, Drake's Toronto mansion with sex offender app markers. Complex posting it. I guess they're just trying to show how widespread it is in this portion of it. UMG granted licenses to promote the defamatory material. UMG also used its global publishing division, UMPG, to license the defamatory material for broader use and consumption. Since the recording's release, UMPG has listed the recording on its website for licensing on television and in film. Sounds like promotion. Not the type of promotion you want if you're Drake, want to see if you're Drake, but it's all promotion. This is all promotion. So this all this TikTok, this is all, what is this right here? UMG also granted licenses for the recording to be played at sporting events, award shows, and political rallies. The recording has been played and broadcasted on television during the coverage of games for the MLB, NBA, and WNBA. The recording also played during the July 2024 ESPY Awards, an annual awards ceremony that honors the top athletes and sports performances of the year. During July 20th, 2024, campaign rally for Vice President Kamala Harris in Atlanta, Georgia. The DJ played the recording to a live crowd. Video footage showing the crowd singing along to the lyrics "Certified Lover Boy, Certified Pedo," and trying to strike a chord is probably a minor. Quickly went viral on social media. Wow. All right. So showing that UMG licensed it out to these huge platforms, political rallies, the fucking the WNBA, the NBA, right? You cut on LeBron and these guys warming up on the layup line, you see him singing certain songs. That's because it's licensed there, and that's just part of allowing these people to play it. Like any song that the NBA wants to play, I'm gonna give them the license for. If it's under my catalog, like if the NBA reaches out to me to play any battle, they can play it. It's the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like UMG ain't stupid. UMG caused third parties to fake streams. UMG directly or through its agents conspired with a paid, currently unknown parties to use bots. So that's the other side of stuff. But achieved through. All right. So what's this? This is the thing about the guy that I think was on academics. So they're using that. Even academics went on to say that that was debunked, but they're using it. The 30 million streams allegedly paid for by bots. That's the whistleblower. Yep, that's him. Allegedly paid $2,500 or something like that via Zelle. That's him. That's the guy that was on academic stream. They put that in there. I thought that was debunked. Well, y'all don't care. Y'all put it in there. Oh, UMG offered undisclosed financial incentives to promote the recordings on information and belief. Once again, that's somebody with a screenshot or telling Drake, so, hey, man, let me put you on to something. Once again, on information and belief. UMG also offered financial incentives, including direct payments and reduced licensing rates to various third parties to promote the recording. Those names got to come out. I'm gonna snitch on somebody, some DJs and some promoters. They gonna come out and put them names sooner or later. We gonna hear who those people are. In 2006, UMG agreed to pay a $12 million settlement with the New York Attorney General following an investigation involving accusations that UMG executives had used a broad array of pay-for-play tactics to secure radio airplay for music. That's not small, people. This is their lawyers, Drake's lawyers saying we've been here before with these people. And that's why they paid $12 million in a settlement in 2006. Can't ignore that. Can't ignore that. Can't ignore that. If you've been caught paying for play before, can't ignore that. I mean, it's a settlement, but I mean, you settled for 12 million. Something was going on. He continued, pay for play makes the mockery of claims that only the best or the most popular music is broadcast. Well, Drake, we already know what's promotion does, right? And these machines do, right? Okay, this is more payola talk. Urban radio, 100,000 for a mix show, 3,000 to 5,000 per song. This is all payola talk. All right. Spotify and payola and radio station type talk. UMG took over unprecedented steps to promote the defamatory material. Okay, that's all relevant to the same thing we read above. Okay, UMG has a formal ban on whitelisting and had never before whitelisted a song on any platform, letting them bloggers eat. You know what I'm saying? Again, oh man, this react this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. The effect of whitelisting the recording was massive and immediate, able to play the recording in full in their own videos and to profit from them. Content creators rushed to republish the recording and reaction videos. As just a few examples, the Cartier family. So you put their channel and put them up there. Look, they got 2 million views. as of now for doing their reaction to it. You got YouTuber, I don't know Z, or maybe I do, and I just don't know his name. I gotta check him out. Posted a 15-minute video, 4.9, almost 5 million subscribers he got, and 6.6 million views on his reaction on May 5th. Twitch streamer RDC, we know him, gaming, posted his reaction. These are all big reactors, though. So of course they got big views on They're Not Like Us. It's they're reacting to the biggest battle ever, and they're big reactors. So Kai Cenat, like they're showing, oh, he got 9 million views, but it's Kai Cenat. So if Kai Cenat cuts on a stream to react to the biggest battle ever and one of the new songs that just came out, of course it's gonna do big views. The fuck? Like, are you kidding me? But they're using that, I guess, to continue to prove their point. The white listing, and this is what it did. It made people put up all these additional views. I don't know. Everybody was covering both sides, B. Don't make me go YouTube. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. I wonder if there's a. I'm just curious. Kai Cenat, let's say Family Matters reaction. That better not come up with no damn. Yeah. Kai Cenat reacts to Drake's Family Matters. 2.9 million views. What do you expect? Euphoria, 3.9 views. Kai Cenat reacts to Not Like Us, 9 million views. And that's probably a lot of that continued because Not Like Us continued to blow up. How about Kai Cenat? How about my homie No Life Shack, man? No Life Shack reacts to Drake Family Matters. Why not? 2.6 million. How about Drake push-ups? The first one. 2.2. Everybody's putting up, all the big reactors are putting up millions of views for both of them. Oh, point proven. All right, let's move on from that. Promoted the defamatory lyrics with knowledge. UMG used Drake's substantial harm by publishing and promoting the defamatory material. All right, y'all. I'm gonna skim the rest to see if there's anything else big. Hold on. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Other users echoed the same. Drake has more than 800,000 dislikes on a song because everybody believes he loves touching children because we have evidence. So these are just comments that they're taking from large posts. I love this song. We would have never known Drake is a whole pedo if this information wasn't exposed. Yeah, they're using random posts now. Go pull some posts of Drake's fan club talking about Kendrick. I'm pretty sure you'll find some wild stuff too. But anyway. Respect and love to you, Kendrick, for keeping it 100 emoji. From your tone, anger, and passion behind your words, there is no doubt on my end that Drake is indeed a pedo. So they're just taking quotes from social media. What? There's all quotes. Just quotes, just to prove that people, human beings in the world, were reacting and saying that they believe that Drake is a pedo now because of the song. Look at this. They took a quote that says, yo, I'm about to call the child protective services because this is abuse. Look at this quote they took. Drake's number one op is child protective services. See, I read that and I laughed. I'm not saying I would read that and laugh if I was Drake. You know what I'm saying? But it just doesn't seem lawsuit worthy. It seems typical to nasty social media. That's what that seems like to me. It just more quotes. More quotes from people. What's this? What's this? The big three. Oh this post that they put up with Drake. Oh man. Epstein and Weinstein. Oh. Drizzy's Fun Time Chamber, Drizzy's Touch. So now this is all posts, pictures and memes and nasty stuff comments that people are making. They're just filling out the rest of this lawsuit with it to show the effects of the fans and the industry. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, it's another claim. What's this? Second claim: harassment in the second degree. Plaintiff incorporates and realleges all preceding paragraphs as if fully set forth herein. UMG engaged in a course of conduct and repeatedly committed acts which alarmed the seriously annoyed plaintiff. UMG published, promoted, and profited from the coordinated campaign to smear, threaten, and discredit plaintiff. Despite plaintiff's protests, further UMG has placed plaintiff in reasonable fear of physical harm. UMG published explicit threats and calls for violence against Drake. UMG direct. Oh shit! I was about to say, yo, everything else is the same for the rest of this shit. Second claim. It's not just defamation. Drake has also filed harassment in the second degree against UMG. News to me. I'm reading this right here with y'all. He's filed harassment in the second degree against UMG as well. Okay. Along with defamation. Okay. Oh shit, there's another one? Third claim. You can tell I'm so fucking genuine with my chat. This is all new to me. There's a third one. Violation of the New York General Business Law. Plaintiff incorporates and realleges all preceding paragraphs. So everything above still applies. Okay. Plaintiff is person within the meaning of NY business law. Defendant is a person, firm, okay. So this is probably some legal jargon about his brand and his business. And defendant engaged in the deceptive acts and practices in the conduct of business, trade, and commerce by covertly financially incentivizing third parties to play, stream, and promote the recordings by then making the materially false and misleading representations of the recordings' popularity to consumers. So whatever this law equates to, I'm pretty sure if we read it, it's still going to constitute the reasons why, but violation of the New York General Business Law 349. If I Google that real quickly, I wonder if we could just get a quick definition of that. Hold on, people. See if I could just read a quick definition of that. Violation of the New York General Business Law 349. All right, let's see if I could just get a violation of New York General Business Law 349 occurs when a business engages in deceptive or unfair practices. This law protects consumers from deceptive business practices and puts consumers on the same footing as business. Okay. Okay. So there's three claims. Oh, well, there could be a fourth. I don't know. We're going to keep scrolling. Oh, so there's three claims. All right. Looks like there's only three. Prayer for relief. Whereof plaintiff prays for judgment against UMG for each of the causes of action raised herein. Plaintiff respectfully requests a judgment in his favor against UMG for nominal damages, compensation damages, or compensatory damages, including general, actual, consequential, and special damages in the amount to be determined at trial. Punitive damages, reasonable and necessary attorney's fees, reasonable and necessary cost to the suit, prejudgment and post-judgment interest at the highest lawful rates, declaratory relief stating that the statements published and promoted by UMG and those attributable to UMG as reasonable or reasonably foreseeable republications identified within the complaint individually and collectively were and are false. injunctive release enjoining UMG from making statements about the popularity of the recording, image, or video that it knows to be false based on fake streams and pay for play, and such other the further relief as the court deems just and appropriate. So those are A through I of the damages and the relief that he is seeking. Respectfully submitted by, I assume this is his attorney, Michael J. Gottlieb. Another person here. This is all New York. Dated January 15th, which is today. Wow. So it's three it's three joints, y'all. He's got the harassment, he's got the defamation, and he's got that business law one. Sheesh. 2 hours. Can your boy get a like and a share, please? 2 hours, 2-hour read, man. I need a holes. I don't know how y'all feel about all of that. It's a lot. It's a lot to wrap your mind around. It's a lot going on. I thought it took a more serious turn today, y'all. Like when I saw a federal suit went in. It's not just defamation. We're going to be saying defamation, but it's 3, as we see. Like, I think Drake, he's got his work cut out for him, and possibly so does UMG. We'll see. In the meantime, with those type of accusations and reading a suit like that, like we said on the last stream, y'all, like, I wouldn't be shocked if no music comes out from this man. Like, that shit might be on freeze, but all right, let me check these supers real quick. Bearded Brick, man. Shout out to the members. Appreciate you, homie. Became a member. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Sorry Shoot podcast fam, y'all. MP Soldier became a YouTube member. Shout out to you. We got another member joining the movement over here. All right. We are an interactive chat. You know, we are a very respectful chat over here. We get at each other. We're very opinionated, but we don't disrespect each other, okay? You know, we try to let everybody rock out. Even if y'all get at me, it's all good. Just as long as it's tasteful and it's respectful, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? You could say stupid shit to me like The Sopranos is better than The Wire. I won't ban you. That was the last stream. So welcome. Ethan Johnson, shout out to our members once again. Appreciate the super too, homie. This crash out needs to be studied and dissected. This is super nasty work. It will be studied in the form of discussions for years and years and years to come. Absolutely. This is something that people will even look back on for references like, man, remember that Kendrick and that Drake shit? Like, it's just a lot going on. And there's so much more to come. You know, a couple weeks, we got the Super Bowl. What's going to happen there? The whole world's going to talk about it. What's going to happen at Super Bowl? Who comes out? Who features with Kendrick? We're sitting there. The world's blowing up. Hip hop world's blowing up, talking about like, yo, Kendrick and the Clips is on the way. What's going to be said during that album? What's Drake's next song? Is Drake ever going to sit down and do an interview? Is Drake and is LeBron going to respond? It's just so much that's going to continue to add on to this whole Kendrick and Drake beef. And we're going to be here for it. We're going to be here, God willing. We're going to be here for it. But we haven't seen the end by far because it's sprawled in too many places at this point. So, shout out to FT Dub TV. Is that the homie Murder? Oh yeah. What it did to do? J Murder versus active members only. The brick building built. FT Dub. Yeah. Shout out to J Murder. He made his return to RBE. It took too long. That's my fault to get the homie back. It's one of the original RBE shooters, man. And him versus active is now on the channel for members. So we had some members that just joined today. Bearded Brick and MP Soldier. Y'all run over to the channel right now and go check out active versus J Murder. Tomorrow, I'm gonna let Arsenal versus Coach Coleon go to the whole YouTube. It's on members right now, but I'm gonna let the whole thing. I'm gonna let it go for regular public tomorrow. Arsenal versus Coach Corleone. But Active and J Murder is on members only right now. Check that out. Thesaurus, the Legend versus Dollar Bill is out right now to the public. And I still got Old Red versus EK coming for y'all too. That'll go out to the members probably hopefully the top of next week. So everybody keep an eye out. But shout out to my nigga J Murder in the building, man. Appreciate you, G. What else we got here? Ease 4700. Appreciate the super. Says basically he can't sue Dot directly because he used words like probably a minor and hey Drake, I heard you like him young. But he would if he could. No. He absolutely can sue Kendrick if he wanted to. You could try to walk. Mr. Busby can go grab 180 people if he wants to. It doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that's going to work. It doesn't mean that you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? He could sue Kendrick if he wants. I don't think that tactically it's a good thing. I think brand wise, like people feel like that. If you think the world is down on Drake now, if he sued Kendrick, I don't even know if they would let him rap a single song again. I'm the one that keeps saying shit like, look, if he puts out some music, people gonna listen. He's still got a huge fan base. If he sued Kendrick, he might not even be able to drop a song ever again. So I think he knows how bad of a move it is. And I think he's shooting at UMG because if this has collapsed his career, UMG is where he would be able to possibly sue if he was to win and get the amount of what he would want for his next deal, i.e. 700 million, 800 million, a billion. You know what I'm saying? I think it all makes sense for him to also target. That's why they went so heavy in the lawsuit, in the paperwork that we just read, them detailing all that shit out like that. So he obviously got his sights set on UMG, but if he wanted to legally, yes, he could, but he won't when it comes to Kendrick. Well, at least he's saying he won't. We don't believe he will. We hope he doesn't. Shit, I've seen worse things. Melly, what up? Melly says, thanks for reading through that. Yeah, man, that was a lot. I appreciate y'all for hanging around as we got through all of that. But there was definitely some revelations. There was definitely some new things in there, things I wouldn't have known unless we went through the paperwork. So third stream of the day. Appreciate you, Mel. YT Media says, ARP, what email to send you a business proposal? Appreciate you if you send it to my IG DM. And if it's something that you feel can't go to IG DM, then hit me up there and then I'll send you my email there. I just don't want to put the email here because I don't use it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really use it. So hit me on my IG. I'm way more active there. I try to keep up my DMs there as much as possible. I get a ton of DMs there. But if I see something that looks like it's related to possible business, I'll try to give it a read. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, homie. I appreciate you. But I'm tired, y'all. It's past my bedtime. I don't be up this late. I ain't gonna lie to you. That how you think I be here 5 o'clock in the morning doing streams? Because I don't be up at this time of night. I'm not no vampire, no shit. So thank you once again for everybody for sticking around, going through that read with your boy. I think we learned a lot of new stuff. There's way more on the way. We're going to continue to stay on top of this story. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, y'all. It's the Sorry It's True podcast, and we'll be back ASAP.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss, making decisions my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry It's True podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.